Hey, folks. Regus, that's it. I can remember his name. Men, the polite ones at least, will call me a monster, a blood-drinking freak. Emil Regus, higher vampire. Only a mutual thirst for blood links higher vampires to their distant, much more primitive cousins. Ikamaras, Alps, catacans, and the like. Higher vampires are in fact much more similar to humans than to those bat-like blood slurpers. They not only resemble us in appearance, but also share our intelligence and behavioral patterns. This means they do not squat in distant forests or hide in the shadows. On the contrary, they are particularly fond of cities, where they live out deceivingly normal lives. Even witches are not able to recognizing them at once, for their medallions remain perfectly motionless in the presence of higher vampires. Yet all of these similarities should not blind us to the essential difference. Unlike men, higher vampires are immortal. Those who have faced them in combat and survived can be counted on one hand. It is a witcher's good fortune that higher vampires are extremely rare. Not all are dangerous to humans. Though they do have a taste for blood, they do not need to drink it to survive. Some higher vampires have renounced feeding on humans altogether, and do harm to no one, but others give in to their desires. A witcher who braves fighting a higher vampire must bear in mind that he faces a monster endowed with incredible strength, one able to manipulate men and animals, turn invisible and transform into a giant bat. And furthermore, one which it is nearly impossible to kill. In other words, even an experienced monster slayer should think twice before accepting a contract on one of these creatures, even if half a kingdom and a princess's hand is in the offing. Indeed, it's only a higher vampire can kill a higher vampire. Then again, I was thinking about it. Remember I was saying in the little tangent before about I love the idea of science, rivaling magic. Star Trek teleporter rigs. In an episode of Star Trek Next Generation. This is what my mind keeps going back to. Maybe there's other examples. I only know bits here and there of Star Trek from snippets I've seen. Scotty survives. He's after crashing onto a Dyson sphere or whatever it's called, a Dyson thing, around the sun. He's after crashing onto that in a ship, and he and the other guy, the guy with him, hide in because life support's giving out, in the teleporter data banks. They store themselves in there to be reassembled when someone eventually finds them, hopefully. The other guy dies in the process, but Scotty's fine, thankfully. Think about it. Teleporter lock on, you nab the higher vampire, take a shotgun to the hard drive. You killed it! At the time it's in the hard drive, it's just data. Whatever immortality you can cling to. Fair chance it won't work. Fair chance. If it does, then you've just probably made a very angry Luddite. I spend a lot of time daydreaming and thinking. I need to work, but I just wistfully thinking about utter bollocks. But yeah, that's one thing I've thought of before. Just teleporter rig. You've got the biggest stick in all of Beauclair. Or insert extremity here. Yes, I have the biggest finger hinge thing in all of Beauclair. What? My knowledge of human biology is failing me. Look, I only got a B in ordinary biology in my leaving cert. Only a B. Giants. Yeah, joint. Yes, that's what the word is. I got the biggest finger giant in all of Beauclair. Yes. Anyway, next up will be catacans. Isn't there a 40k world with a similar name to some degree? Calacan, maybe? No, it could be actually about Catacan. It's like a forest world. Sly Marlborough comes from it, that meme character. Anyway, catagans coming up next.